What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Cam Up, back at it again. Uh, I'm doing a reaction to the lead attorney, but before I get into the video, please hit the like, subscribe, and share button. That helps the channel out for the YouTube algorithm. And I'm gonna start doing live streams soon, and then and then you guys will be able to come up with me about some stuff. Um, the what I like about the lead channel is he brings it to us from a law perspective. So before I give my 2 cents, let's uh let's get into the video real quick. That's 5 minutes too long though, for real. It's genius in my opinion. It's utterly genius. That's next level. He goes on, well, before I started, he was talking about the shotgun cases. Somebody was on somebody's property, stealing. The owner put a spring-loaded shotgun, booby trap to the door. A guy walked in the door, blew his leg off, and yada yada yada. Okay, so basically, there's no booby traps allowed in this country. All right, okay. But here's what I say about it, though. Right? Let's say Drake did booby trap his condom for this model. I would say that she was trying to booby trap Drake for his kids, but Drake's booby trapped out boobied her booby trap. And if it sounds ridiculous, so is digging in the trash for a condom, and then putting the children that were not supposed to be there in there. You know, he didn't shoot the club up, but she was, I don't know what you call that. He didn't shoot the club up, and he still ended up in there. But anyway, she intended to trap Drake at this point. He got consent, right? Yes. He used the condom. Yes. He went into the bathroom, put hot sauce in it, tied it up, and threw it in the trash. But her intent was to booby trap Drake for child support. She was trying to get the bag. The only problem is that she didn't know that Drake seen her booby trap coming, and he booby trapped her, booby trapped, and she ended up getting burnt, like literally and figuratively. You know, you know. So even though the law says there's no booby traps allowed in this country for whatever reasons, I mean, to me, booby trap a condom doesn't create harm because who would really be looking for semen anyway in a trash can in a hotel, except for if something terrible had allegedly happened. But that makes me think about how the law is set up, right? When is the law going to count unethical things as illegal? Because when you look around, that's where most of the stuff comes from. When people try to solve problems themselves, it's a loophole in the law that maybe shouldn't be there. Like, let's say he signs these consent forms. It's known that he uses condoms, and then she goes and she retrieves his condoms, and then she ends up inserting herself with with his semen, and then she gets pregnant. The law should make her abort the baby. I forget the no child support, no um no welfare benefits, because guess what? There's gonna still be some type of it's my kid, even though I don't like your mama. I didn't ask you to be here, but you still have my DNA. So it's even if that was the judgment, most people won't just want their children like their child running the world, without some type of connection. So even that, even past the age of 18, like if your child came to ask you for something, even the child that you didn't want, even though the mom went to great lengths to get pregnant by somebody that didn't want to get her pregnant, you're gonna have some kind of connection, especially if that child looks anything like you, and you looking your child in the face, seeing seeing your features, your direct features on somebody else's body, knowing that it's yours. What are you gonna do? Like, yeah, you my son, but you're not my son. Yeah, you my daughter, but you're not my daughter. What if your daughter grows up years later? She wants you to walk her down the aisle. Would you say no? Because I didn't want you to be here, right? To me, all these guys with these fighting for custody, right? Fighting for custody, not allowed to be in their children's lives that turn to violence. See, like these loopholes go a long way into solving problems, and when people feel like there is no hope, or when justice doesn't doesn't cover certain aspects, well, that leaves us regular people to solving problems by ourselves. So the condoms aren't enough, consent forms aren't enough, tying it up and throwing it in the trash can is not enough. At this point, hot sauce is not enough because obviously she still tried it. Some people don't believe in flushing condoms down the toilet, especially after you tie it up, because they do come up sometimes. Like there's been times where I've had to flush the toilet like 2 or 3 times for it to go down, because it may go down, but if it don't get past a certain point, when the water comes start floating back up, it'll float back up, and everybody's plumbing system ain't the same. Now those one toilets, the ones I got the power flush, and it be like, shh, man, sometimes it feel like that water goes straight out to the store, like no stops. It go straight out the house in like 1 second. Power flush 2.0, right? But all the toilets aren't like that, right? So that's what I would say. Even if it's no booby traps, his booby trapped was a result of her trying to booby trap him. And since her booby trap came first, his booby trap shouldn't have mattered. But if the law actually protected men better, all right, Drake wouldn't have had to do that in the first place. Just being honest. If there was laws against stealing semen from the turkey baster days till now, women wouldn't try it. If it was found out, proved that you inserted yourself with semen that wasn't meant to be inserted in you, you have to get rid of the baby. Women wouldn't. Women wouldn't do it because guess what? Sometimes after you terminate babies, you won't be able to have anymore, or you will have very difficult times getting pregnant after that. So that would give women something to think about, like another added, like, oh, it's not worth it. What if I want to settle down in the future? It gives them one layer of something to think about, you know. But what's even crazier though is that people are defending it, right? So I went over to Pink Book Lessons. Uh, uh, um, Now Lead is giving it from a law perspective, but there's women out here. Let me see. Let me go to Pink Book Lessons real quick. And shout out to Pink Book Lessons. Like she's really dope. Um, and I go to her page, and she covered it. And let me find it. Okay, okay. Let me see. Let me find it. And yeah, she pinned the comment. She pinned the comment, right? Um, apparently the screen isn't big enough, so we're gonna widen the screen so that you guys can see the comment. Okay, so this comment, which is on Pink Book Lessons YouTube page, by somebody named Lisa. Why would he not flesh the condom? He was deliberately trying to harm her for attempting to steal the DNA. He should be liable. He could have easily flushed the condom. He was being just as petty as her. Now, listen. The fact that women think like that, like men are always responsible. Like men are always, we're responsible for everything. For everything. Like for entirely everything. We are responsible. So now I'm responsible for getting consent forms, using protection, tying the protection up and throwing it in the trash. And just because of the mere fact that I put a hot sauce in it and you wanted to be on some trash behavior, like you was on some trash thirst trapping, right? And you got burned from contents that came from my body that I disposed of in the way that I disposed of. Now I should be held liable for you being on trash behavior. That's just as bad as somebody breaking into my house, you know, and my family's here, and I shoot them, and I'm brought up on charges because it's in the middle of the night. What are you doing in my house? But that's happened. You break in my house, and because I don't have beware of dog signs posted, and you get bit by my dog, well, guess what? Now I'm responsible. That's also happened. I don't know if it still happens now, which doesn't make any sense because your intent to break in somebody's house in the middle of the night, like Nobody knows why you're there, right? But guess what? If I have a sign posted out front saying I have my carry concealed weapons, or I'm an armed person, or I have a dog. Well, now when you break in, guess what? You're gonna have something extra because now you know how to attack me, which is the I don't know. So even if Drake would have told her at the beginning, I put hot sauce in my condoms after I clapped cheeks, that would have let her know, okay, if he does that, I'm gonna try something different because now she knows what he does, and that gives her, because she was already thinking about it, it's gonna give her another way to think about how to get what she's after. In my eyes, she got what she got. In a number of people's eyes, I bit my tongue again. She got what she got. And until the law catches up to what women are doing to men out here, I mean, they pretty much already caught up to what men do. We get punished for everything. Um, Till they get caught up to what women are doing, false allegations, false pregnancies, you know, telling guys, "Oh, I can't get pregnant," but knowing good and darn well that you could get pregnant. Like, yeah, that happens too. Till the law steps in, I think men should do whatever it takes to protect themselves from getting locked in 18 years with somebody that lied, first of all, and anything past that, she would have been absolutely unbearable because her character is trash. So she was going to be on trash for 18 years. But that's my time. That's what I thought. Um, well, those are my thoughts. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the share button. Um, until next time.